Hey, Annissa Coy here with Firehouse Education and this week's Ask Annissa video column. And when you're watching this video, we're going to be just a couple days out from Christmas. And I always like to do a special video this time of year, kind of really speaking to some of the special challenges that we're going to come across, you guys, especially when we are in someone's home. And, it's one thing this time of year to be dealing with like a water loss or something affecting, the house itself, let alone possibly affecting their Christmas tree or Christmas presents. So many times the family traditions and wonderful things that we have this time of year are keepsakes and memories that have been handed down sometimes for generations and generations. And so this time of year, especially when we're dealing with something like a fire in a home, it's very difficult, to help our clients not only through that difficult situation, but then on top of that, we are dealing with the Christmas time. So there's a few things that I wanted to go over with you to hopefully maybe give you some little extra tips or tricks that will help you out in this time of year with your clients. So first off, just know that unfortunately, there is not a lot that we can do with a Christmas tree. Oftentimes, if it is a artificial Christmas tree, we just really can't do much with it. If we're dealing with decor that's a Christmas tree, like ceramic or glass or something like that, it can be quite a bit we can do. And even with ones that have electronics, whether it's like music or sound or lights inside of them, but there's really not much we can do with a Christmas tree. Now, when it comes to Christmas tree ornaments, what we need to do is we need to have a really amazing conversation with our clients and talk to them about the ornaments. Some may just be store-bought ornaments. They really aren't something very sentimental to them, but oftentimes they're going to be very, very sentimental. For instance, on our Christmas tree, we only have ornaments that we have bought all over the world in our travels, and or something that has been made by someone in our family or one of our grandchildren. So our Christmas tree ornaments mean a lot. Like, I would really want someone to work extra to take care of those ornaments and restore them for me. Now, sometimes, again, ornaments are very, very difficult to restore, depending on what they're, made of. A lot of them are made up of paper products or, paper-like product or something like that. And it's going to be really difficult to deal with that depending on the degree of the fire. But this is where it's very important to have a conversation with our clients. Okay. The second thing is we got to think about presents. Again, depending on the degree of the fire, maybe the presents are something that could just be unwrapped, reboxed, and wrapped again after maybe deodorizing with like our hydroxyl machine. However, often you're going to wind up having to log non-restorable a Christmas present. So it's really important that we make sure and note that these are Christmas presents and that they're brand new and things like that when we do our non-salvage, which hopefully you're using an awesome program like Encircle when you're doing this. The other thing I want to talk about is the emotional level of where your client is probably going to be at this time of year. Okay. Christmas time is some of my favorite time and can be the happiest time of year for family and people to enjoy. So it's still a heightened emotion. It's just a really good one. However, there's also those who Christmas time is going to be a very heightened emotion and it's not going to be a good one. Maybe they've just lost a loved one, or they've lost a loved one around this time of year, or maybe they're alone and find themselves without close friends and family around them that they wanted to be there. So we're really going to be dealing with a lot of emotion going on this time of year. And so I really, really, really want to implore you to be very gracious, very kind, very, very patient with our clients. Okay. Especially, obviously all of the time we should do care, compassion, and grace, right? With our clients. But this time of year, let's just step that up maybe a little extra notch. Okay. Maybe they're going to be upset. They're going to be very emotional, but don't take that personally as a restoration company. And maybe make sure that you have some extra staffing available this time of year to help them, maybe like a concierge, someone that can really help them navigate so that they aren't going to get into even more overwhelm. Okay. It could even be that they're displaced out of their home due to a loss, especially like a fire this time of year. And that's going to add even more stress. So the first thing we want to do is make it a priority, right? To have Christmas decorations and or presents and things handled like ASAP. Do that as fast as you can. 24 to 48 hours, get that stuff handled so that they know what they're dealing with and they can move forward at least with their holiday right now. And that might be processing their Christmas ornaments and decorations, especially if they're going to be in a rental house and be out. Let's try to give them something that they can take with them that's part of maybe their family traditions and make them feel just a little bit better during this time of year. Look, it's not fun to deal with a fire in your home or a loss like this at any time of the year. And I get that. But right now, this time of year, let's just take a little bit extra and be sure that we're being there for our clients and supporting them and helping them through the really difficult time that they are now finding themselves dealing with on top of the holidays. All right. Well, I really want to thank you all so much. You guys have been so supportive of Ask Annissa this year, as always. And I want to thank you for all the questions and all the love, care, and compassion that you all put out there to clients in your community in this industry that are going through tough times. And I just really want to say how proud I am to be a part of this team with you and be on this journey to helping you restore memories, lives, and hope to your community and your fellow mankind.